My name is Jordan Lee. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Killarney, County Kerry, and I'm a high jumper on the Irish Paralympics athletics team.
My name is Tomas Griffin. I'm a volunteer coach with Killarney Valley Athletics Club. I'm also a coach to Jordan Lee, Irish Paralympic Tokyo hopeful, and I'm also part of the backroom team for Team Ireland's Paralympic athletics team and their quest towards Tokyo.
Tomas is the type of guy that, you could be competing in major championships and things mightn't be going to plan, but he could convince you that you could jump 20 centimetres over your PB just from pure confidence and by him being such a good communicator as well. When you're coaching somebody with various different disabilities, that you've got to be able to communicate in a certain way, in a certain fashion, and he just does that perfectly. When I first met Tomas that day in Castleisland, he didn't see the disability, but he saw the ability, and by focusing on the positive things as opposed to things that may come across as a challenge is crucially important.
I really had no intention of being a coach other than for my own kids, and I was at the track. Noticed out at the corner of my eye another person at the track. There was two people actually, happened to be Jordan with his stepdad. They were over at the high jump equipment, and I suppose maybe it's just the athletics buff in me. I just couldn't resist going over and introducing myself and just saying, look, what are you aiming to do? Got a couple of minutes to spare, just finished my session, so give you some advice.
He said that he was going to be at the track the following week at the same time, that he'd be willing to give me a hand again, and the weeks just kept on rolling and rolling from there really. And we eventually had a conversation where Tomas said, look Jordan, I see some serious potential in your ability to be a very good high jumper, and that he'd be willing to help me and to become my coach. But he said the one thing that you have to understand, you have to give me is 100% or nothing. Probably speak to Tomas more than I speak to my family at this stage. To be honest, I speak to Tomas every day, several times a day, just on various different things aside from sport. So we do have a really good relationship, and we're more so friends as opposed to coach and coachee.
How it evolved, I suppose, is because Jordan started achieving in the sport, and the coach's role, I suppose, in my view, is to just unlock the potential. So the lock was well and truly opened after a year, so then it started to grow. The new world of athletics and the fact of being a Paralympic athlete and the justified attention that gets now, I knew just from past experience that was going to escalate up. So really the evolution of coach to mentor, I suppose, has to happen if you are properly 100% committed.
We've always been very understanding of each other. We're two guys that are very straight in our ways, that if something's not going to plan, we highlight that, and there's no hiding behind it. And then when things are going well, we're very open about saying, look, that went well. So we're very straight with each other that way, so we haven't had any falling outs anyway.
You do have to ask for help, and there is help. There are people that have had experience either through a personal situation in their families or from a professional standpoint as well. So just being open-minded to knowing that you don't have the answers and you don't have to have the answers, but there is a network there to help you out should you decide to make the step. My wishes for Jordan into the future is, number one, that he has longevity in the sport. He's in a very fortunate position now that it's evolved into something for him that is a career. What I'd like is that career is a long one. Know that there are people out there that probably have a hell of a lot more of experience than you do, but that there is always a pathway, and there's always goals to be set and a way to achieve them and to help people achieve those goals.
So the main tips that I would give to people who want to become a volunteer or a coach in sport is to really just be open. There isn't an exact textbook or handbook as to do certain things. Just being accepting towards people's different abilities and disabilities, that's just the most important thing really, I would say to people, is to just get involved and enjoy the experience.